What's up, y'all? Welcome back. This is going to be a reading on Rich Homie Monta. Um, Everything I say is alleged. I could be spot on, picking up rumors, or I could be off. Let's jump into it. Everybody's been mentioning this guy. You guys are saying it's his manager, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at Rich Homie Monta. Show me Rich Homie Monta's current general energy. Then we'll move into some direct questions. Okay. It's like he wants him to stay away from his family. This could also be saying that he didn't really, their connection on some level was unsatisfactory, meaning the effort that was put in. But let's see what else. Show me Rich Homie Monta's current general energy. Let's use this deck. Okay, so there may be some uncertainty when it comes to Rich Homie Monta's current general energy in terms of finances. So he may be unsure of. So I don't know if they're still in connection. I believe he's still saying that he is his manager, or he was his manager before his passing. But I could have that information. I could perceive that information wrongly, right? Again, I haven't really searched a lot on him. Some people have sent me videos, and you guys may mention them in the comments. So my knowledge on him is limited. But let's clarify. Okay. There's some conflict with his current general energy, and be mindful that my intention is to pick up his current general energy, but this could also be a bit of Quan interjecting, how he feels. But we will ask that question directly momentarily. But there's conflict about a new project. There was conflict. There was tensions flaring, because going back to the previous readings, like Quan wanted to do new things and work with new people. This vibe is making me feel like one of the clips that someone sent me is sending me back to that clip where Monta is mentioning how he's going to step up and be a father figure on some level to Quan's children. And Quan is like, no. I am seeing still in type vibes here. So you guys fill me in the comments. Like, did they ever fall out? Were they still working together? Is there any understanding about why they are not working together or weren't working together, if that's the case? But it's like he didn't want Quan to get some type of money. Or I don't know. How would he benefit? Is he still like, regardless, how was he benefiting? Does he have like royalties or something like that for anything? So I don't know if he's just strictly just a manager, he's helping him book things or what, Tell me a little bit more about this here. Okay. It is showing some type of connection to drugs in a cup. I know um, everybody has their own theories on where the drugs was, but I'm still standing on what I said from the beginning. Again, not to say that I can't be wrong, but I say it's in the drink. That's what I think. Um, let's do this finance deck before we go ahead and ask some questions. So, what is this? Confirm this a little bit more about Monta's current general energy. We got the office here. I know in the earlier readings, I was picking up on some type of business meeting. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. But delegating more can help you increase your earnings. Secretary, staff assistant, office manager, or any job working in the office. Think of the greater good than oneself to achieve a better outcome. Show me Monta's current general energy. Monta's general energy. I don't know what his sign is either. So if you guys want to let me know, I'm getting air, which I believe is Quan, and his energy is uphill battle defensiveness when it comes to finances or community. Again, just distancing himself from people and or again, like finances. And then I have this King of Cups here, which shows me connection to industry, to work, to business, and I'm also viewing this as the drugs that was in the cup, but also being binded or tied in some way. So the other card that came out was take off. Things will take off much sooner than you expected. Now is a good time to take action. There is no stopping you now. You're rushing into things without a clear plan of where you're headed. Money manager, laborer. So maybe he did on some level have some connection to his finances or access, I should say. But or he just benefiting for doing his job or whatever. But health, which also I can take as the Five of Pentacles. We go from money manager to the money being in bad health. And then laborer. Your hard work will soon be rewarded. Now, again, what I was going to say too earlier was that something in connection. So his current general energy is him having some type of conflict that I perceive to be related to Rich Homie Quan and finances. So whatever he thought was going to happen is not happening in the way that he thought it would be. Maybe he's running into roadblocks when it comes to that space. Construction, maintenance, point. Is that pointing or any kind of labor? No, painting. This font on these cards is weird, y'all. Forgive me. Don't be afraid of hard work. What lasts won't come easy. Luck and investment. So he made some type of investment that he's hoping to be, paid out for or compensated for or to see coming to fruition. So I'm going to pause this while I get this up and we'll move forward. All right, so let's look at Rich Homie Quan's thoughts, feelings about Rich Homie Quan, Rich Homie Monta. I know I'm probably saying his name wrong, but we're going to call him Rich Homie M. Show me Rich Homie Quan's honest, genuine thoughts and feelings towards Rich Homie M. How does Quan honestly, genuinely feel about Rich Homie M? Rich Homie M. Anything else for Quan towards Rich Homie M, the manager, at some point? All right, so on the surface, it's coming through like illusions. Like this person talks a big game about what they can do and the results that they have, and maybe they do, I don't know. But Rich Homie Quan was not impressed. It was unrequited desire to work with each other at some point. Let's just get into it then. All right, show me this here, please, and thank you for how Rich Homie Quan feels about Rich Homie M. It just seems like he wasn't able to live up to the hype, if you will. They ended a contract with each other. Again, this could be already known. Again, I don't know when the last time they worked together or whatnot. Ooh. This is, give me a second, y'all. That was way too many. But overall energy, though, is that he really wanted nothing to do with him. It's like he was wanting to try new things. So, and also, I don't know if he feels like Monta wasn't really reaching out the way that maybe Quan expected him to. Maybe he was being ignored. Quan was being ignored by Monta on some level as well. And that could have something to do with why their relationship ended. Why the Eight of Pentacles? The Five of Pentacles. So, for whatever reason, this connection, this relationship was not working for Quan. Let's do this deck, and I'll try another deck, and we'll move on. Quan's honest, genuine thoughts and feelings towards Rich Homie M. Quan's honest, genuine thoughts and feelings towards Rich Homie M. Okay, again, this has something to do with contracts, paperwork. There was a change in their business. Okay. So the other cards that came out was Manifesting, Underworld, and Science. Find unconventional ways to explore new sources of income. Sex, death, hidden knowledge. Probing into the mysteries of life, child. As the world evolves, so can your means of earning money. So again, like I said, he was hoping to benefit on some type of side quest financially when it comes to Quan. Why is Gaia here? Trust that the universe has a better plan than you do. Protecting the planet, herbal, or working with. And then science is here. So again, like I said, I feel like that he is connected allegedly, some way, shape, form, or in the know with the whole circumstances of the drugging. Allegedly. We also have science. So science says, keep an open mind. Something is unfolding for you. Chemist, forensics, biochemist, or anything in the field of science. Apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problems. Manifesting, you have all the tools you need to increase your income. Good fortune is coming soon. An opportunity may come to you where you can showcase your talent. So again, it's like somebody upselling themselves to somebody to, get in the circle or have them give them a chance to assist them. They're saying they're asset, but turns out maybe they're not. I want to see a little bit more about this. Where is that? Oh. Okay. Tell me more about these illusions here with this finances. Show me this guilt. So he could have been stealing from him allegedly, or just being, his intentions weren't good. Denial. Acceptance is, I don't know, like somebody was being persistent. I feel like everything I'm saying is pretty much things that occurred or the energy, but at different times. You know what I mean? Like the one time, maybe Quan couldn't get a hold of him, and another time, M couldn't get a hold of Quan. Things just were not playing out the way that he was being told that they would. He had high hopes, I guess, or again, like he just talked himself up and didn't come through. Yeah, denial with acceptance there, that's giving very persistent. Surrender and growth. So it's almost like working his way in another way. So I couldn't get to you or create business with you anymore. So I'm kind of inserting myself now. I don't know. Oops, back here. Okay. Let's see how Rich Homie M views Rich Homie Quan. And see if we can line some stuff up. I be trying to stay present, but sometimes I'm drifting in there. That's why I rather pre-record. Okay. How does Rich Homie Monta honestly, genuinely feel about and towards Rich Homie Quan? Show me Rich Homie M's honest, genuine thoughts and feelings towards Rich Homie Quan. Please and thank you. Rich Homie M's honest, genuine thoughts and feelings towards Rich Homie Quan. Okay. So on the surface, it is looking optimistic and positive. There is some regret here, which I feel like is more connected to this Queen of Wands, where I feel sorry for this person. He was like family to me. We was there for one another. Like that's the vibes on the surface. So let's clarify. I'm kind of surprised to see that. But we know sometimes the surface and the root can be different, can be contradictory. But let's see. So why the Ten of Cups for how Rich Homie M honestly, genuinely feels about and towards Rich Homie Quan. I mean, it's giving lots of love towards this Empress, like Quan who. But yeah, I'm picking up deception here with the Four of Wands under the Six of Pentacles. And, this could also just be, this Empress doesn't have to necessarily represent a person, right? This could be about things that he hopes to receive or things that he feel like will be fertile, meaning that it would give birth to something that is to work out for both people or whatever the case is. So, it's coming off like meal ticket, that's the vibes I'm getting. Show me this here. And then this. A part of why they probably fell out, just a part at some place in time between the two, it's coming off like maybe Rich Homie M was telling Quan, like, these type of people you need to keep out your circle. I don't trust these people, people that he's hanging out with or other people he's working with and things like that. It just kind of seems like he was trying to isolate Quan, if you will. And then maybe it was for a good reason. I don't know. I don't know. We all have the capacity at different moments and times to be sweet, angry, manipulative, emotional, angry, whatever. Like we all embody different energy, right? And anything could trigger those things at any moment. Some of us have a better capacity at control of those things. But anyway, I'm not gonna go on a whole tangent, but y'all understand what I'm saying. So, some of the most hardened criminals, you ask a specific person about this person, family or otherwise, and they just think the world of them. They just think that they are amazing and they're considerate, and you know what I mean? Like, but so let's see. Show me more about how Rich Homie M feels about and towards Rich Homie Quan. Yeah, loneliness. So again, kind of going on that isolation. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And friendship in reverse. I don't really do it, but it came out in reverse. Regret, balance, and death. So whatever he couldn't get while Quan was living, allegedly, he wanted to try to recoup in, his passing. So how, I don't know, again, you try to sneak back in a circle and act like you can be of service and can be an asset. And next thing you know, you're producing this and you're helping the family do this and woo, woo, woo. Like, I don't know. That's what the vibes is coming through. And or again, he can also already have some type of contract paperwork in place where he's getting residuals in terms of royalties and things like that. Um, hmm. What other deck did I say I wanted to use? I guess we'll use this one again. You know what? No, we'll use this one, and then we'll move on. Anything else for Rich Homie M's honest, genuine thoughts and feelings towards Quan? Self-love, help from up above. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can be helpful. Hole in the soul. Discover your life purpose, and sexual arts on top, alchemy and temptation. So I don't know what they got going on, child. It just seems like maybe he was, instead of like when I said earlier, like maybe he was trying to get him to distance himself from people that he didn't think would necessarily be good for Quan. Maybe this was actually him introducing him to some people, being an influence on Quan, talking to other women or whatever, even though Quan gonna do what Quan gonna do. Because I'm just getting so much sexual energy. Especially with this deception up here in this relationship. Again, it could be representing more than one thing, business and romance. So, he could have put some people on Quan, if you will, in terms of like women or people that could kind of spy or whatnot. So I'm gonna get these up. So asking if he had anything to do with Quan being outside his physical body, allegedly. Again, I'm just picking up that spy energy. So either he was allegedly spying or, felt slighted, or he sent someone in. This is under the mental stress energy here. Why the Two of Cups? So again, it's some type of decision or a turn here when it comes to work, so he was still in or being deceptive in some type of way when it comes to work. So show me this energy here. It's almost like running off on a plug type vibes to me. Like Not to say that's what it is. I mean, we do have drugs down here at the bottom, but at the end, or it could represent whatever, right? But um, that's the vibe is given. Then we end it here. It just seemed like a lot of people because Quan seems to be a very laid back person for the most part. On a regular day to day, his personality, the biggest personality trait that we could say that I perceive is that him being pretty laid back. Now, again, he could be rowdy, he could curse you out, whatever. He could be emotional, connect with you emotionally, mentally, or whatever. But it's coming off like people want to take advantage of that so much, as we've seen throughout the readings. And then they start trying to step on toes and feel like they can make decisions or be the boss or whatever. It's just like, and then, yeah. And he might be a little low key with it, try to keep the peace, if you will. But once you take him there, the straw that broke the camel back, it's like, yeah, no. Because now you think you could play with me. And then his energy came out. Yeah. And that's on the Seven of Cups. So again, so many different personalities when it comes to him. And most of us, right? But and it's something else that was going on here. And maybe Quan was questioning himself, like, no, this like family, like maybe I'm tripping, or maybe he just chose to ignore it for a certain reason or whatever. But like it's different traits that Quan started to pick up on when it comes to Monta. Um, and I think I heard, in a nutshell, one of the things I think I heard Rich Homie M say is that, on some level, maybe he was on top of him or getting on his behind about drug use. But I'm kind of feeling like that's not true. Like, everybody enabled on some level, especially when that was the right choice to do in the moment, because we got to do this right now. And this is what helps you do that or whatever. It's like, and it's so funny that people are comparing Quan to um, David Ruffin, because I do feel like he do have that type of energy. But what was crazy to me is that when Takeoff passed away, and the Migos had that song on that Papa was a Rolling Stone beat, and we all know what transpired in the movie when that song was playing. So when the night before, or it could have been a night of Takeoff passing away, I was in a car and that song came on. And I was like, damn. I felt heavy about it. Like, man, one of them, something finna happen. Um, and sure enough, um, so I just feeling that theme going on. So I don't know if on some level both of these men hold that energy. Because this kind of take me back to that Super Bowl when the Rams won. Everybody thought that the other team was going to win because we was in that zodiac or that energy, planetary wise. And I was like, nah, this is all being flipped. But it also took me back to the old gods. And then when we started looking at them commercials on that Super Bowl, when that finally started happening, we could see that they was having the Greek gods up there and stuff. So it's kind of like reincarnation on some level, or, just having these artists relive energetically in that space, or just lining them up to similar archetypes. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. I can't really express it the way I want to, but it seems to be a connection with the first, I want to say the first level of superstars that we recognize as a society, with the Aretha Franklins and um, Dorothy Dandridge and all of that, Eartha Kitt and the men, the Temptations and Bobby Brown and Bobby Womack, and it's that energy, because that energy holds a type of frequency, especially in even just the industry. the drugs, the addiction, the violence, abuse, it's just repetitive energy, recycled energy, it feels like. But let's go. And I don't know if Rich Homie M was somebody that had reached out to Quan, prior to his passing, like, shortly before, saying, I know we ain't working together, but I still look out for you. I got this opportunity that I thought you'd be perfect for. I'm kind of getting that vibe as well. But I think some of y'all did say that in the comments, though, that Rich Homie M expressed that they had some stuff coming up. But it's just like people did not want to let Quan go. They did not want him to move on. I wonder if they had any type of conflict, or who did he have some conflict with while they was on tour at the end of that last performance. But yeah, we ended with betrayal here, or just heartbroken energy, conflict on the back over somebody's wish fulfillment. Okay, let's do this deck real quick, then we'll move on. I'm not sure exactly what questions to ask for Rich Homie M, but I think, I'm trying to stick to the blueprint of what we asked for everybody else. And you guys requested that we look at the mom and sister. We will briefly look at them in the upcoming days. So while I wait for you guys to let me know what else y'all want me to ask about Rich Homie M, I'm probably going to ask some of the other questions you guys wanted to know in this particular video. We got empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation, because why do it seem like him and Amber is so close, allegedly? Like, maybe she reached out to him to a few times to get advice, and, Quan doing this, whatever. Like, maybe she felt like Rich Homie M has some influence over Quan. It just seems like they really close. But this could be somebody else, another female. Regret is there. I know that I cannot change the past. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Service. I feel good when I can help others. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And we got a couple more. Guilt and denial again came out together. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. I release any MFer that's not assisting in my growth, in my career, whatever circumstance in my life that I associate them with, business, love, or whatever, friendship. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So Quan has some doubts and some concerns when it comes to Rich Homie M, from my perspective, that upon further investigation, he felt like the right decision was to disconnect himself from them. So let me ask how, if they working together, and how did that come about? Try to pick up the circumstances of that, because I haven't heard it for myself. Again, I just heard a little bit, and so I don't know that they're working together. You guys he said that they did have some upcoming things going on. Okay. Was Rich Homie Quan and Rich Homie Monta working together at the time of Quan's passing? Was Rich Homie M and Rich Homie Quan working together at the time of Quan's passing? Yes or no, plain and clear. Okay. So it seems more like a consideration, but possibly, and let's see what else come out, and then maybe it'll just tell us how that came about, because it's stressful. It is coming up stressful. He didn't really want to. Six of Pentacles. He wanted to come in reverse. Or again, he gave him a chance, or this is the time where things weren't really looking like this gonna work out. But maybe he did it as a favor to kind of, even though I don't feel like Quan necessarily had anything to feel guilty about, you know how we do, y'all, as people. We want to be a good and moral person because society teaches us that putting other people before us is a good thing to do. For who, motherfucker? No, we got to kind of release ourselves from that baggage of feeling like I'm a bad person if I do what's best for other people over myself. Like, that's crazy when you say it out loud, right? But that's what we are accustomed to. And so it seems like to ease his guilt on some level, because he want to be a good person, that he maybe agreed to work with him. But I could be wrong. My perception can be off. Um, and what's back here? He really wanted to work with other people. And maybe this is, people making him feel guilty for wanting to do something different. Let's use a different deck to clarify this time. So, tell me more about if Quan and Rich Homie M were working together at the time of Quan's passing. Under Justice, the Ten of Wands and the Page of Swords is here. But the Ten of Wands did want to come in reverse. It's almost like backsliding. Maybe he owed him something. Like, they had a contract. For example, they had a contract, and, you said that in the future we would, finish this part of the contract. Like, you owe me a couple of appearances or something. I don't know how it works. I don't know. I'm not in the industry. But that type of vibe. I just really feel like he didn't want to, though. I just really feel like he didn't want to. But some way he found his way in. Maybe it's not that situation. Maybe, again, Quan just decided to give him another chance or decided to continue working with him. But it's definitely showing shady, shady vibes. Allegedly. Why the Two of Cups? Maybe it was just a very good opportunity. Very good opportunity. But it just keeps showing that he did not want to. Why the Nine of Swords? Why this mental stress? The Lovers and the Hangman. The choice. He felt like he had no choice. I feel like he felt like he had no choice. The Hangman. Devil and the Nine of Swords, where we left off. It's something that you are stuck to. Why the Six of Pentacles? One more. We got Two of Swords and the King of Wands. What is this here? I just really feel like he didn't want to for whatever reason. But again, it do seem as if this was a good opportunity or he just wanted to play the moral game. Damn. This was allegedly a setup. Again, I feel like there were some threats going around. It may not have anything to do with Rich Homie M. It might just be something with business or whatever in general. But you see, Hierophant, we left off contracts and business, paperwork and stuff like that. What was I going to say? Yeah, it could just be somebody else, with business, whatever. But it definitely is coming up as a ploy. It's coming up like I'm trying to solve my problem to my solution with you or around some circumstances where I can include you to meet my needs. Tell me more about if Rich Homie Quan and Rich Homie M were working together. Change. Perseverance. I know what I'm here to do. So he didn't want to. Maybe that's one of their last projects or however they ended up doing it. We're going to ask that next, see if we can get more clarity. Peace, happiness. Like, again, this was not something he wanted to do, but he knew why he was there. He wanted to bring more happiness into his family by making some abundance. That's where we left off at. What's here? Purpose, again. I know what I am here to do. So what was perseverance? I can do whatever I set my mind to. That's what it is. But again, showing that allegedly, I feel Rich Homie M was persistent in working with him, um, or getting close to him, whatever. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So what it's showing conflict in a lot of these cards, but determination nonetheless to overcome these or get it out the way, get it done. Like, I gotta walk through the fire or whatever, type vibes. But again, loneliness here. So more of that hermit energy. I know that I'm never alone. And then health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. But again, I feel like it's more so talking about a moral code that Quan had on some level. I'm honoring my agreements or whatever. But again, I feel like that's another 5. So whether they were or not, there were some changes to come that people were aware of on some level. Okay. And so how did Rich Homie Quan, and let me ask on the internet first if it's anything that pop up. We're not going, if it don't pop up immediately, we're not going to keep going and going. I don't want to make this too long. I'm all rambly today. I'm rambling a lot. Forgive me. Okay, so how long has Rich Homie Monta and Rich Homie Quan been working together?
Here are some results from the web.
Well, maybe if I just ask about, oops, y'all give me a moment. I'm sorry, let me pause it and we'll come back. So it's taking me to a Facebook, but I don't actually have the Facebook app, so hopefully it let me do it. And hopefully I'm on the actual person's page. I don't really know what his face look like. So October 11th. People hate. No, that's not the one I was looking for. If you know me, you know where I come from and why I'm so humble. That's not the post I was looking for that I clicked on. But allegedly, he's posting a lot about Rich Homie Quan. Anyway, let me go back and see. I'll be back. So I ain't found nothing yet, so we're probably gonna move on. But I just seen that he signed to independent label RAIS, RAIS LLC, and Motown Records. We just was talking about Motown. I'm trying to see. I'm not getting anything. So if y'all know, please let me know. Like, were they working together the whole time, no stops, no breaks, or what? Okay. But let's see. How did they become? How did they? Well, we're going to go under the assumption right now, just for right now, that they went separate ways and then came back together. How did Rich Homie Quan and Rich Homie M end up with new projects coming in? Let's say that, I guess. I don't know. How did they end up with mutual projects before Quan's passing? Okay. What was that over there? It's so weird. It's so weird to me. Like, it's just like Quan was not interested. It's like something came out of nowhere. Again, the magician again saying, I got all the tools I need to just will my way in there. But again, it's coming up very much as a ploy, as a trap. Um, he felt very sus about the circumstances of this opportunity or Rich Homie M or just every fucking body, to be honest. But why the Knight of Wands? Yeah, see, it's double time rushing in with like, look, what I got, what I found out. Like, look, let me tell you about this person that reached out to me. I got this awesome opportunity. Like, we got to move on it. But I don't. Yeah. Anyway, why the Magician, the Star, and the Four of Cups. It's just coming up like contractual agreements. He did not want to do it. Maybe he even turned him down, and this is just things that he's saying out in the public. I don't know. It's just really not vibing with we're on the same page. And he seems to be, I don't know if he's close to this water sign. This water sign, I forgot who we said that person was. Which one of these people is the water sign? Could be anybody, though. It doesn't have to be just one character, right? But he seems very much in tune with this King and Queen of Cups. It's very sneaky energy. It's very, Rich Homie M seems to be smart on some level. So whatever he knows about type things. Um, and he's able to make that work for him, specifically when it comes to paperwork and finances. But he is a manager, so, it's very much giving like, you need this, like trying to sell him on why he should do this. Like, you need this. This will be, you're trying to make a comeback. This will be great for. Ooh. So on some level, this opportunity could have been a solution as well for Quan, right? But why this discontentment? He still just didn't want to be bothered. It's like, again, walking into a trap. He did not want to be bothered. Death card. It's very weird. Okay. Let's ask what Rich Homie M was doing while Rich Homie Quan. Still haven't found a great way to word it, right? But we're gonna go with what was Rich Homie Monta doing while Rich Homie Quan was struggling. We'll just use that for now. Maybe that's too broad. So let's say September 5th, September 4th, what was Rich Homie Monta doing? What was Rich Homie Monta doing on September 5th, allegedly? What was Rich Homie Monta doing on September 4th? What was Rich Homie Monta doing on September 4th? Okay, so we do have either he's the money man, money manager, maybe, or he is communicating back and forth with someone about finances. He is trying to work out solutions, which again, we can all agree that that's part of his job description on some level, right? But let's dig deeper into it and see. There's some confusion going behind. Somebody standing their ground, sticking to their guns here. So let's see. So he was having conflict, maybe with, a lady, his lady, some lady, about something that came to someone's awareness. Like, so things were under the moon, but then they came to the Ace of Swords. Moon is hidden energy, could be fear and things of that sort. Ace of Swords is about truth and clarity. There's conflict over truth here with the Queen of Wands. Could be any woman. Okay. And also I'm perceiving this to be Quan, but this could be anybody else. There's a choice here. Someone's making a choice based on something they found out, and Monta is trying to resolve this issue. Allegedly, that's how I'm perceiving it thus far. Why temperance? Temperance, impatience. This is work. Or doing something over and over again, school, learning, whatever. But so he is trying to come to a middle ground, temperance, with someone about some business dealings on the 4th. He also can be playing mediator here on some level between the King and Queen of Swords. So he was essentially working and communicating with Quan, or it could be anybody else, right? Or various different people he worked for, right? I wonder if he visited Quan. I don't know that they were in the same area, or this could be, if they were working together on this. I know he was just came off stage right before he passed away, basically. So, if they were working together at that time, they very much could have been in physical contact with each other, and they're conversating about this contract. Tell me about this contract. The contract didn't really make sense. Monta allegedly is wanting to move forward on this contract, but maybe Quan wasn't quite ready because it was some things that he needed to change for him to be comfortable. That they just wasn't vibing here on this contract level. Show me this here. Okay, there's meetings going on about the contract. So there's meetings going on about the contract, about finances in the contract. There's the community getting together and communicating. And somebody's yeah, I feel like this is Rich Homie M waiting for Rich Homie Quan to like sign the papers or whatever the case is. Or in general, it could just be them waiting to see the fruits of their labor unfold financially. It's this waiting space, but it's with stress. Like I'm waiting in lack. I'm thinking about the things that I don't have and wishing I had the shit that I do want. Um, tell me more about this. Yeah. But I'm seeing somebody not really budging, like no negotiables here. Like I said what I said, no negotiables. So all right, bro, just sleep on it. And tell me more about this back and forth. The back and forth is over this finances. So it's showing me a whole conflict, but I'm seeing someone trying to solve it. Someone trying to allegedly come to a middle ground, or just saying like, yo, this is the only way. Like, this is what we have to agree to, or they're not going to, go with it or whatever. Like, show me this for what Rich Homie Monta was doing on the 4th of September. Blame and peace. He's just like, everybody's just messing up around me. I put y'all in place to be of assistance, but y'all not assisting me in nothing but a headache. Peace, blame, abundance. Show me more. Love, relationships, imagination. and guilt. So let's go ahead and y'all let me know what other questions y'all want me to ask about this man allegedly. And I want to move on to at least a couple of questions that y'all had that I keeps forgetting to ask. So let's ask about the male. Um, when it comes to Rich Homie Quan, the male that the people around him was mentioning that was on the ground, is there any significance to the male that everyone is mentioning when it comes to the passing of Rich Homie Quan? The mail, a letter, paperwork. Is this any significance to this mail that people around him said was on the floor? Is there any significance to this mail? When it comes to the passing of Rich Homie Quan, is there any significance to this mail? It was not good news, whatever it was. I don't believe. Show me, please, and thank you. It's making me feel like what we said previously: 1 step forward, 2 steps back, vibes. Let's clarify. Okay, spread these out. Make sure y'all please do hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. I really haven't had to say that, and y'all been showing me so much love, and it's so appreciated. Seriously, thank y'all. Okay, and I love how even if we have difference of opinions or we're kind of viewing things differently, that we are being adults. I again have no issue with difference of opinions as long as we're being respectful to one another. Because y'all really be helping me. I like, okay, I didn't think about that. And maybe that's what I was interpreting, or okay, maybe we should at least ask about that. That's something to think about. I'm not ever going to negate any of you guys' theories or anything like that, because we all different people with different perceptions, different backgrounds, and different things that we experience that allows us to look at things differently, and they could and add some value to each other if we choose to look at it that way, right? So thank you. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Oh, it was one that flipped over. This was something about an impending decision that he needed to make. But I don't see too. Let me see. Why the Three of Swords? So before I say that, I just feel like I don't think it was anything serious in that paper, and I could be wrong. I'm gonna look. We're gonna clarify a little bit more to see, but it just seems staged to me. Like, I mean, of course, it leads to. It falls into place when we like, okay, so what was going on? You know, one of the first things we might think is like, he's grabbing onto the table and things are falling over or whatever. So it gives a little context and background to what was going on in those moments. But so far, I'm not really seeing anything that is of significance. It just feels more staged than anything. I do feel like that in terms of like what they're saying, like why they're even bringing it up necessarily, besides what we just said. Um, but I feel like it's a fight going on, you know. Or again, it could just be showing a struggle and things being knocked over, right? So, but I'm not seeing like it was some type of paperwork that really, well, let's use this business deck and we'll use another deck just to be sure that I'm not missing anything. Because I don't know if the letters were even open. Were they open? If y'all know. Tell me about the mail that was on the floor beside Quan when he was found. Leadership and take action. So yeah, like I said, it's some type of impending decision he needed to make. when it comes to business, I guess. But yeah, you're stepping into a role as a leader. You're ready. Your career will improve once you accept and step into your power. So that could give a bit of credence to, but why would it be smart, or maybe it just doesn't matter? Because I'm just like, why would somebody write a letter, a threatening letter? And this could be something that, if it was something that actually happened, they could have got rid of that and just the other mail is still on the floor or something. But it's like, when I think about that in this context of what's going on with Quan, it's like, you got this choice or you got this choice. You know, do what you're supposed to do. Do what you agreed to. You want to be a leader. You want this position. You woo woo woo. There's certain things you got to do. Accept your fate and step into your power. Like, eek. What else do it say? You're following the crowd in fear of putting yourself out there. And then we say, take action. Whatever your question, this is telling you to go for it. Do not procrastinate or wait to take that next step. So, like I said, it was something he just didn't make a decision about yet. He was dragging his feet. Nothing will change if you don't take action. Don't let opportunity pass you by. Because, I'm not getting any pinnacles really up here to say like this was like some notice of debt or anything like that. Unfulfilled. You could have an emotional attachment to a job that is no longer serving you. Explore your wants and needs and consider a change. You're unhappy with your income but too scared to make any changes. And I feel like that's something he pretty much came to grips with, you know. I feel like he had made up his mind, not necessarily how he wanted to do it or when. Maybe he already did it. I don't know. But I feel like he made the decision for sure to like do things differently so that it will benefit him. I'm getting older. I need to start thinking about me and my family. Um, you know, my legacy, like everybody likes to say, I need to start thinking about making better decisions. I'm getting old. Like, I need to take care of myself better. I need to make sure I got things lined up for my family. Odd jobs this year. Did we read Unfulfilled? Yeah, you did. Um, Consider creating multiple streams. This is odd jobs of income. Second job, odd job. Freedom is more important than financial security. Sometimes it's okay to take a transition job, even if it doesn't lead to a career. I feel like people in the industry, or the industry dynamic, was pressuring him to do something that he didn't want to do. And again, it's just could be people around him, people that he was personally working with. Like, he did not want to do something. And someone is like, it's either this or it's either that. And he's like, none of those sound good to me. Like, none of this is appealing. In the office. Don't this remind y'all of the Joker? I can't remember the actor name, but he was the best Joker. But The Office. Delegating more can help you increase your earnings. Like I said, like, he had all these people around him and he just felt like nobody was really benefiting him. It was more stress than fruits being bared. Secretary, staff assistant, office manager, or any job working in the office, thinking of the greater good than oneself to achieve a better outcome. So he wasn't just like cutting ties with people necessarily, not everybody at least, or even if it was on bad terms, it's still like he wanted to be fair. He still is trying to figure out how to best serve other people, but to start putting himself first, or how to transition into that, as to not like come off a certain way. Designer is where we end it. You're being called to tune into your individuality and express yourself. Like, all of these cards are lining up to like, I, it's like he feels like he blaming himself too, because I created this dynamic and now people are used to it. Like they say, how you start is how you finish. And I created this space, this energy for people to feel entitled, or just not, again, putting up boundaries where everybody is happy. Not just other people are being happy, but I'm happy as well. Um, and let's do this one. So I'm not really getting a whole lot on the male. Success, loneliness, regret, and gratitude, doubt, peace. It's like it's really no pleasing other people. That's the vibes it's getting. Um, what other questions did we have? Let me think. Where was the poison in when it comes to Rich Homie Quan's passing? Was it in that appeal? Was it in the cup? People are saying his food. Where did they allegedly put the poison that unalived Quan? Where did they put it? Plain and clear. Where was the poison? Where was the poison? I mean, I'm getting his physical body. It's not giving me anything else yet. But like I said, I keep feeling like there's like a physical conflict. Where's the poison? Where did they put the poison? Child. Okay, we did get the Knight of Cups. Let's clarify. Because it's just like it's happening so fast. It's just like the way that the conflict was initiated was kind of like it happened fast, but the actually passing away process, not that it was slow, but it was slower than anticipated. That's why I just keep picking up that um um getting a heavy presence of spells or magic as well. But yeah, it's the cup, man. It's the cup. The only pentacles I got is in relation to work. It's the Eight of Pentacles. Um, and then he starts hallucinating more with his drugs. And he felt like something was off. This is what he didn't see. This is what, yeah. They were all moving so sneakily. He was not, this is again, he's saying that this is not something that he knowingly took. Um, yeah, it's just showing me multiple people involved here. Which deck do I want to use? Guess this one. And then, oops, one more. Tell me more about where they put the drugs. But again, it's just like this was about his decisions to move on. And typically with these celebrities, it's always based on a decision, specifically to walk away. Guilt, perseverance, honesty. It's again, and maybe the slow energy again is coming from he was suspicious, so he was probably moving like he was suspicious of what's going on. You know how you, for example, you go to somebody's house and they give you something to drink and you thirsty, you pretty thirsty, but you kind of looking, not that you necessarily have a reason to believe that these people are dirty or something, but you just kind of looking in the cup and you just like examine it. You looking like, I don't know. I don't know. Or you at a restaurant and you like, can I please get a straw? Like, it's just that really suspicious vibe. You could even see his face. Um, but I think that's it for now, you guys. We already over an hour. We will do your other questions in the next update. I appreciate y'all so much for joining me later.